Today I'm going to share some ideas with you about how to tackle an affordable and awesome bath renovation in beautiful spa-inspired style. If you can, I'm always going to recommend that you stick with the existing layout. It makes sense to work with what you've got. The second you start moving plumbing fixtures, the price starts skyrocketing. This bathroom started out, it was green. It was the walls, the ceiling, inside the shower, the floors, it was everything. So does your bathroom need a really challenging renovation to make it fabulous, or does it just need a fun facelift? I decided this bathroom needed a renovation because it involved a new vanity and marble counters, plumbing and tile and painting and electrical and everything else. We had a tub shower combo to start with. While I love a walk-in shower, in some places you do need to still have a bathtub. It's important to plan ahead. If my kids have kids, they're gonna need to bathe them somewhere, and therefore a tub is a good idea. Here's how I like to do a tub shower combo with a twist. It's pretty easy. First up, get a great tub. Doesn't have to be expensive, it just needs to be a good, sleek design. This tub is by Max, and the reason I chose it is because it has a perfectly flat panel on the front. It is dead simple. It's nice and deep. There's no sculpted interior. I just like it to be as crisp, as contemporary, and as boxy as possible. Then I created a little enclosure on the end. There used to be a wall that went from floor to ceiling. Now we just have a pony wall. We wrapped our shower jams around it. These are just white quartz that you can get in stock at any big box store. They do not have to be custom made. Our glass company, who was making our frameless glass showers for the other bathrooms, made us this panel of glass that sits on the pony wall and attaches to the ceiling. Here's what makes it work. You attach a shower curtain rod through the piece of glass, and now it is streamlined. Have you noticed how every shower curtain is too short? These were fun, fabulous textural shower curtains made of 100% cotton chenille. You had me at chenille. I bought two. The first shower curtain, I used full length. And then the second shower curtain, I turned into a Roman blind. Then I cut a band that I didn't need off the Roman blind to extend the shower curtain so it's full length. I have loved chenille my entire life. Play with the tiles. Think about how you can use tile to make it striking, stellar, spectacular, stunning. Can I think of another S word? Stripe. I used a 4x12 white gloss tile. This is just a simple tile used as my field tile. They're not hand formed, but they're manufactured to look hand formed, so they have a bit of a wavy edge to them. They look fabulous in a rustic space, in a country space, in a cottage space. And then right at eye level, I did a double band of these watery green 4x4 glazed tiles. It's a riff on a ticking stripe. I love a stripe, and I like to do whatever I can to just inject a little bit more personality into a bathroom. If you want to go for the most inexpensive white tile as your main field for the shower, think about how you could splurge a little bit on some tile that would dress it up and make it look fantastic. You need to make sure that the tile is exactly the same thickness, and if it's not the same thickness, you need to use the treatment that I used in Fiona's bathroom, adding a listello, and a listello will allow you to bridge the gap between two different thicknesses of tile. We've had some big saves here. An affordable tub, an affordable shower curtain, affordable tile, but then splurge on the jewelry. The jewelry is the shower system and the lavatory faucet. They matter because they're functional. You turn them on and off every single day. You want them to work well. This is what delivers your showering experience. I got these fantastic fixtures from Rio Bell. They're from the Momenti series, and I just thought they were perfectly cottage appropriate. Look at the cross handle here on the lavatory faucet. It's got a nice high neck. To me, this expresses the ultimate blend between classic and contemporary. It's not too streamlined, it's not too hard-edged, it's not too fussy and fancy. It blends the two influences in equal measure, and I think this is a timeless classic. The finish in this bathroom is polished nickel. It costs a bit more, but you'll never regret it. It always looks beautiful. Once you've committed to a finish, everything else needs to go with it. So that means your light fixtures, your accessories, it all should be polished nickel. How do you save money on a vanity? You can use my new cabinetry line. I created this vanity using 3 24-inch wide IKEA vanity bases. Then I added my brand new collection of Sarah Richardson for Allstyle RETROFIT drawer fronts. Look at this disc medallion right in the middle. You can choose your color and it just creates a spa fresh look when all is said and done. But all is not said and done until you have topped your vanity with some seriously stunning marble. Marble sourcing for me is one of my favorite journeys on any design project. Those are my favorite design adventures, and they inspire me so much in terms of the color palette. Never underestimate the importance of your marble. Go to the warehouse, see what they have, try and find something that is unique and new and different. To me, this looks like when the wave comes crashing in at the shore or at the beach, and then as it's moving away from the shore, the water is all bubbly and frothy, and I think there is no better coastal marble. Lighting always has a big impact in every room. I like to find vintage lighting whenever I can. So I went to one of my favorite places, the door store, and I went sifting through all of the shades they had, and I found this beautiful twisted opalescent globe. They paired it for me with polished nickel fittings. It's dynamite. You can buy new lighting anywhere, but vintage lighting tells a story. It adds texture, it adds interest, and it makes it feel so much more unique. These sconces on the wall, these were actually a gift from one of my all-time favorite lighting suppliers, Residential Lighting in Toronto. Look at the green glass. There's a combination of etched glass and clear glass with a nickel backplate. These, I guess, were the first thing I had for this bathroom, and so many elements flowed from that early decision. Never underestimate the importance of giving second life to vintage treasures. Look at that cute chair. This little campaign chair would have been a ballroom chair. It's vintage. We reupholstered the seat in a scrap of fabric, and it just serves the purpose of having a stack of towels. One of my favorite places to shop for towels, if you're in Canada, it's Winners or HomeSense, or in the US, it's HomeGoods. What I like is to find towels that have a little bit of a nod to the color palette of the bathroom. So that way, if you have multiple bathrooms in your house, you always know what towels belong where. If you're looking to add an accent of color, it's a final little finishing touch. Even the smallest details, the most functional items can add that extra little level of polish and personality to your bathroom. This room has an ensuite bathroom, so we carried that exact same palette right into the bathroom. If you have an enclosed shower stall and it's feeling kind of cramped and dark and not really beautiful, think about whether you can cut part of the wall back. We removed one corner of the shower and we created a wraparound corner of frameless shower glass. What this does is it brings way more light into the shower stall, and it allows us to highlight that beautiful tile pattern that we installed. The shower mixes 3 types of wall tile plus a floor tile. On the floor, ooh, this is a good one. I love a penny round, and this is a combination of blue marble with white marble in polka dots. This is the cutest, the most fun. It's like bubbles in your shower. I always want to try and have some fun when I'm designing tile patterns for a bathroom. This is where it takes a little bit more time, but I'm gonna tell you it's worth it. Figure out how you can up the ante a little bit on the design and do something that's a bit more impactful, a bit more fun, and a bit more graphic. On the walls of the shower, the main ground is a white gloss brick tile, and then we did it in a stacked pattern. So that makes it look a bit more contemporary. I got some Listello pieces. I actually found these at Home Depot. And what I really like about them is they have a sharp profile. Each one is 12 inches long. So I used those as the bridge between the field of white tile and our soldier course, which is crackle pale blue. They look like faded denim blue that goes vertically, then another Listello, then we go to white tile again, a Listello, blue tile, soldier course, white Listello, and back to the white tile. This is not challenging in terms of install. You can go and shop for tile at a specialty store, but I'm gonna tell you, you can find some great tile at your local big box store, at your local hardware store. The key is get some samples, take them home and play around with them. That's what I always do. I buy sample pieces, they're almost always returnable, and then I lay them out on my kitchen counter or on my desk in the design studio, and I figure out how I can make them new, different, and fun. Now let's talk about the vanity. I started with an IKEA bathroom vanity frame, and then I layered onto it my fun and fresh new cabinetry collection for Allstyle. I call this my ripple door front. It's a fluted design that can be painted in any color. Look how pretty this color is. It is just the softest wisp of blue. Your hardware allows you to reinforce the other accents you're using in your bathroom. I don't know if you've noticed, but there is a lot of rattan in this cottage. I sometimes refer to it as the rattan palace. I have a rattan mirror above the vanity, and I found these fabulous woven rattan drawer pulls on Etsy. Instead of having this appear as a floating vanity, I like to create a waterfall edge. It has a mitered corner on the edges, and that marble just wraps around and down the sides. And this is some seriously gorgeous marble. It is a blue and white combo. It matches the floor in the shower. It has the most amazing veining. It just looks like soft, puffy clouds on the most idyllic summer day. Chrome fixtures are always the most affordable. They are the most durable. So when it comes to faucets, if you're trying to create a nautical look, you can't go wrong with chrome. It will always look polished, classic, streamlined, and simple. Think about how you can use these final finishing touches just to tie it all together and take it over the top when you're trying to create the ultimate coastal resort getaway bathroom. I hope I've given you some good ideas of how you can achieve great style at home and keep your eye focused on the bottom line the whole way. Have you got your notifications turned on? If you've liked anything about this video, you'll want to follow along and make sure you don't miss the next one. Always make sure you tell me what you think in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.